Hello folks, this is Fat Guy Flies RC. I had to go down the other end of the cow field and down the runway and chase the cows off. Well, anyways, we're going to fly the FMS 1800mm Cessna. I believe it's fashioned after a 152 Cessna. Before I had the landing, the main gear straight forward. And I've had problems with vibration and the skirts and stuff, and I've noticed that you can put it either way, straight forward or straight back. And so I changed it to the back, and we're going to see, you see how they're kind of angled back now? We're going to see if that doesn't improve a little bit. All right, now I got a completely crosswind takeoff. The runway basically is north and south, and I've got a west wind. So not conducive to flying the runway as far as landing and takeoff, because you got to deal with a cross breeze. But hey, that's the way it is. You can't always predict the wind, and you know, weatherman doesn't always tell you the truth. This is just a good plane. I'm running a 5000 4-cell Zolp brand. Brian Phillips, if you're watching my channel, it's one of the batteries you recommend. Yes, it's a Banggood battery from China. It's got a 60C discharge. But it's 5000 milliamp 4-cell. I have had very good performance with it. This is my second Zolp battery. I think I've got a 2200, I believe. And see if I can remember how to land this plane. I haven't flown it in a few weeks. See how that new landing gear looks. Yeah, not too bad. All right. I tell you folks, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the hobby. I love these planes, but I do not like trying to deal with a crossed wind runway condition, because it just, you have to fight more, and when you're having to fight your wind and everything, then the hobby's not so much fun. You know, it's not so much fun then. I really should have had takeoff flaps in. I didn't, but oh well. But let's see if we can't land her again. If you notice those flashing lights on there, those are the easy lights. They just Velcro on. Try to land a little more scale. In the last minute, straighten her up. Now, anyway, this has tricycle landing gear, but I will tell you, it's very, very robust. That front landing gear will just bounce in and out. You might be able to notice it now when I'm taking off here. But anyways, yeah, I seem to have a vibration. I think it's those skirts again. I don't think it's the prop. I think it's the skirts. I have the takeoff flaps on right now. I want to take them off. We got nothing, just straight wing. But those landing light, or those easy lights, you can pick them up Amazon, and they literally are called Easy Lights. That is the brand, Easy Lights. And just Velcro them on. They've got little 1-cell, I don't know the milliamp, but little 1-cell LiPos in them. They'll come with a little USB charger. You can charge one at a time. They take about 30 minutes to charge each. So, you know, you're sitting on your computer each night, and or whatever you're doing, watching TV, plug them in, and when the little light goes from red to blue, it's done. And let's see if we can do a nice slow pass with flaps down, cross breeze. Got slow pass there. Isn't that a pretty bird? Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful bird. Just walk her around the sky there. Just walk her around. I've had a lot of people lately have been talking about you watch my videos and think, oh, he's got such enthusiasm for it. Well, I gotta tell you, I really appreciate that. I really do. I do love the hobby. I do. I love the hobby. It's such a stress relief. But like I say, a stressful job, so therefore this is my hobby. This is how I deal with it. And a lot of people are all concerned about this, the FAA and this remote ID issue. I've read some of it. I've tried to understand it. But I recommend going to the folks at Flight Test. Josh Bixler, he's a big advocate for our hobby. Look at that crosswind. See, I'm trying to go against that crosswind and it's blowing that wing over. Well, anyways, Josh Bixler is a big advocate for our hobby. Runs Flight Test. Him and his family and his friends. And let's see if we can take off. Takeoff flaps, into the wind, short runway. Can we say stow? And well, anyways, Josh Bixler is a big advocate for the hobby. Definitely has a voice. They definitely will listen to him. He has a separate channel now that's just about dealing with this type of issues and safety and AMA regulations and FAA regulations. I highly suggest you check that out. Just go to the Flight Test, watch their videos, you'll see it. And there you go. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful bird? But don't get all alarmed about this remote ID thing. Folks, have some faith. They'll get it worked out. They'll get it worked out. Don't start thinking, oh, it's the end of the hobby. I've seen a lot of people say, it's the end of the hobby, it's the end of the hobby. Well, folks, if it does go south on us to where we may have to start paying for a service or having to, put little electronic devices in our planes and everything, well, those of you that have those planes and drones that have gone out and you've flown over sporting events and you've taken your drone and you've flown over prisons and you dropped in drugs, or you have taken your drone and flown onto an airport or restricted space, you're the reason why we're having these issues. You're the reason. You're hurting our hobby. And as always, laws are often made that hurt the law-abiding citizens to target the non-law-abiding citizens who are not going to obey the law anyways. So it's just going to end up hurting the people, those of us that are trying to be decent and just enjoy this hobby. But I don't think it's going to. I think we've got enough of a voice of people like Josh Bixler and others that are being our advocate, and the AMA, and even the DJI Spark, the company that makes the drones. I think together they're going to make the FFA realize that there's a difference between illegal activity, and people who just have a hobby, and leave us people who just have the hobby alone. And I'm of the opinion that if you do something stupid and you fly into restricted airspace and you cause damage, then there should be a heavy federal fine. There should be a heavy federal crime on you. But deal with that person. Don't hurt all of us. So thank you so much for watching. That's just my little personal rant there. That is the FMS 1800 millimeter Cessna model after Cessna 152. Great plane. Lot of fun to fly. Very robust landing gear. Very easy to fly. And I'm running the AR620 antennaless receiver in it. It's by Spectrum. And you don't need it. No gyro. But this plane, you don't need it. She's a nice, stable plane. Thank you for watching. This is Fat Guy Flies RC. Don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless.